Churchville. We are here to paint over our Sakura branches and create a watercolor resist technique so that we can paint the skies, and eventually we'll be turning these into a lantern. The trick is, because it's going to be a lantern, you want to still be able to see the light through your paper. So we want to try to keep our colors kind of opaque, which means they're kind of see-through. So the more water you add to your color, the lighter it will become. When you start this, there are really two options you can do. The easiest way, I think, to do this is to take your brush and on the lid of your paint tray, add water. And you're gonna want a fairly good amount there, so don't be afraid if it's a lot. So I'm just gonna take my brush and just put a couple water drops onto my lid. I can always add more, but I'm gonna try to mix enough of one color the first time. Then I'm gonna decide on the color I want. It's a sky, so I think I'm gonna go with blue. So I'm gonna pet the color. Normally when we paint, I tell you to pet the color, grab the color, and lay it down on the paper. But we still wanna be able to see through this. So you're gonna take the color this time and then add it to that blue water drop that's on your lid and spread that out. That's gonna make that blue much lighter. You can see the difference, and it will spread really easily. So I'm gonna take this color now and make this go across right over top of the flowers I've already drawn and spread that out. Every once in a while, I can get a little bit more water on my brush or pick it up directly from that pile and try to paint my color with that color over top. I can go all the way across my paper from the left side to the right side, and you can see how it adds this really light, airy quality to the paint. Don't be afraid. As long as you push hard enough, you can paint directly over your flowers. And any white spaces that you see here are from a flower, not from me just not painting that section. You can still do really cool color blending and things with this light wash of color, but you want to switch to your color. So let's say I want to change this over into being more of a purple. I can add more water to a different section, just like I did before. I want to get quite a bit. And then maybe I'll mix this with a little bit of purple. So I'll get that purple, load my brush up with the color once, and then add it to that and stir it around. If I add 2 drops of purple, it's just gonna be a little bit brighter. And then down here, I'll start to paint with that purple, so it gives just a slight tinge of that color. And I can blend that purple up into the blue, or even bring that blue down into the purple. And you'll see it slightly mixes to make it. And if I do not care that my lantern is not see-through, then I can take my brush directly from that color and lay down that purple so it's nice and thick. Or maybe you did this and you realized, oh my gosh, I was supposed to water it down. It's not the end of the world. You can do the hula, clean that color off your brush, and take plain water and go over what you just did and try your best to just spread out the color that's on there. It's never gonna be as light as if you had mixed it the first time with water to begin with, but it will at least go a little bit lighter. And then you can spread that out. So it is completely up to you what colors you choose. The main thing is you want your flower petals to resist that water so that your sky is a tinge of a color and it is slightly painted. Sometimes I will even mix 2 together, add a little bit more water, and then I can layer so that you know how sometimes the sky is different colors and you see streaks of other colors through the sky. So I would highly suggest using at least 2 colors because I just think it adds a little bit more interest. It just makes it look a lot prettier. And when you add colors, think about that relationship on the color wheel. Make sure you get all your edges, all your nooks and crannies, and be careful of going over the same flower where there is pastel too many times and scrubbing, because you can put a hole in your paintbrush, or worse, or not in your paintbrush, in your paper, or even you can scrub away the pastel so that you don't see your beautiful image. In the end, you'll end up with a beautiful Sakura painting. And next week, we'll learn how to fold this paper into our lantern. Happy painting!